You are welcome to Nana's Tarot and Oracles. I am the Nana, and Nana loves you. You have a home here for comfort and contemplation, hope and inspiration, rest, renewal, and relaxation. Your readings here may empower you to use your intuition to help you towards a better life. All readings are dedicated to truth and light, but cannot take the place of professional services of any kind. Readings are general, and if they do not sound right to you, they may not be for you today. Try again another day. If you like what you're hearing, please select the like button below and subscribe with all notifications. It's free. Share with your friends or family. If you have a question or a comment, I will try to answer it below. You are important to Nana, and I am always grateful for a chance to speak with you again. Nana apologizes for the delay in putting any further readings up. We have had a spell of needing household repairs that interfered with the setup. I hope those have resolved sufficiently now not to interfere any further. I want to start by saying that today we have the usual graphic from Molly McCord's excellent YouTube channel, and I encourage you to see about it. She can give you all kinds of good information, and I want to as well. Let me just adjust this light so that it does not reflect. Of course, we have passed the new moon. All of May, we'll be talking about this in a minute, we have Chiron in Aries with the final stages of healing identity, wounds, and trauma. Today is May the 24th, Saturday, and that makes it a week since we recorded last. We have Uranus conjunct Sedna. This could be associated with shocking disclosures, galactic perspectives, and the return of ancient hidden wisdom. We are looking forward to, at the end of the month, the full micro blue moon in Sagittarius. And I will be talking more about that as it is coming up. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about, which was discussed by Tanaz on foreverconscious.com, is between May the 28th and the 31st, we will experience the energy of the Silver Gate portal. And I will likely be recording again either just prior to that or on that. This is a Sun conjuncting Aldebaran, which is one of the four royal stars associated with enlightenment, activating intelligence, higher mind, your crown chakra, downloading all sorts of things. The Silver Gate portal is considered to be the last place the soul visits before it enters the body before birth. And these portals annually are an opportunity for us to revisit the lessons your soul came to learn and your soul contracts. And this is a direct quote from her newsletter. As the portal of Aldebaran's energy is heightened, visualize all that you desire for yourself, your loved ones, and the world around you. Allow your mind to be transported to new heights as you create this visual for yourself. She also states that this could be a source for some people of possible anxiety or overwhelm. But what I will say is that on May 26th, we have the waxing gibbous moon in Libra, which helps us to look within with balance. That information comes from moonreading.com. And then the micro full blue moon, it will appear smaller and dimmer than the usual full moon. The best view of the moon will be on May the 30th at sunset. You will be able to see rising in the east the moon with the star Antares, which is a very bright star. Also, for the next 2 weeks in the western sky, you can see two very bright lights as Jupiter and Venus are traveling together and getting closer and closer. They will be at their closest on June the 9th. Now, Molly McCord, of course, also that's not the one that I want. For the weekly astrology graphic this week, weekly intuitive astrology, and of course we came into the Gemini season on the 20th. On the 22nd, we had Sun conjunct Uranus, providing sudden breakthroughs. Perhaps things became clearer to you. And we have the duality of Gemini. It's a time to check if you're overthinking without expressing or overtalking without listening. But now we have, on tomorrow, we have Mars square Pluto. And it creates a push-come-to-shove energy requiring the release of old ego structures. Now, the very next day, we get some empowered direction as the Sun trines Pluto, providing a surge of life force to pursue a higher vision. So these are all good things to think about. But one thing I've been very focused on recently, and have spoken to you before regarding Chiron and the transition of Chiron into Aries, which it came into Aries some time ago, 2018. And this is about reclaiming personal identity, healing, self-abandonment, boosting courage, and trusting instinctual gut reactions, softening the warrior. And this is about the root chakra. We've been talking about the root chakra and the importance of grounding in this time of turbulence with a lot of air and fire sign energy. Okay? And there's a physical focus of head, face, and adrenaline. But now we are preparing, and this will happen in early June, for Chiron to shift into Taurus. And when Chiron shifts into Taurus, we're going to shift the collective healing focus from self-identity to self-worth. Now we're going to do a little cha-cha. We're going to shift into Taurus for a couple of months, and we're going to shift into Aries for another couple of months, and then we're going to shift into Taurus, and it's going to be in Taurus until 2034. Now this is going to be about reassessing worth and stability, shifting focus to financial stability, physical resources, and what it means to be enough, and to release material attachment, highlight our vulnerabilities around lack and loss, and encourage internal rather than external validation. And the sacral chakra will be the focus. We will move from the root to the sacrum. So these are things that we need to be thinking about, and what I have been thinking a lot about is healing and offering all of us some paths to healing. Just to show you, this is the header on a newsletter that I get from Molly McCord every month. And so if you go to her YouTube channel, there will be links to her website. And this will give you some really wonderful information. Here's the archetype of the wounded healer. And give you really a lot of information if you're interested in that. Okay. Now, I mentioned briefly on May the 25th, which is tomorrow, Mars will square Pluto in Aquarius, and I had actually put a notification into my calendar to notify me about this, to remind me to be extra careful, because you may find that this is a transit that is associated with people being bad-tempered, with people acting in very aggressive or hostile ways. We might see this also play out on a more national or international theme as well. And so, once again, I would like to remind everyone that peace is the way and love is the answer, and to help you to reinforce that in your life, try to think in those terms. Now, as far as the healing information, I went into the Inner Temple Oracle again, and I actually selected out this card, the Chamber of Healing, which I think is a very beautiful card, because I think we all need some healing. And we are likely to need more, particularly in these turbulent times. Here is the text on the Chamber of Healing. And there is the rest of it. Healing is always happening, for to heal is to change, and you're always changing, always returning to wholeness. Wholeness isn't a static state, as we're always growing and transforming. It's nature's way, and you're a part of nature. When this card appears, it's acknowledging that you're in a deeper stage of healing, and it's okay to ask for help and slow down to let healing happen. This card comes with a tender message to trust your innate ability to heal through the changing seasons of your life, to stop seeing yourself as broken, or to think of healing as something you need to do before you truly live. For to heal is to change, evolve, and grow. Healing can be a slow, steady process. It's complex, not linear. It takes as long as it takes. However, like all things in nature, there's a mysterious intelligence to it, and if we trust it and let the once vibrant petals fall to the earth, cut back what's no longer thriving, and protect the buds from being pried open too early, we too may find ourselves in a second bloom, and fruit will follow. If you didn't see yourself as unhealed or broken, what would you do? If you didn't see yourself as unhealed or broken, how would you live your life? If you didn't see yourself as unhealed or broken, what decisions would you make? How are you being called to prioritize your healing? What healing are you ready to receive right now? What support are you ready to call in? Ask your heart, your mind, and your body to reveal what's most helpful to you, and call it in. And I wanted to pull a talisman oracle card that would be appropriate as a talisman for everyone, and so I pulled the Healing Energy card. I would have you note the tree and the roots of the tree into the symbol and the sacred geometry encoded in the card. Here is the text, if you would like to see it, and there is the sacred geometry. And there is the rest of the text. Take a moment to reconnect with your true self. It's time to heal the wounds you might carry, dissolve the stress, and replace the negative energy blocking your radiant character. Little insecurities can become trigger points, so it's time to affirm our values and embrace our quirks. Sometimes self-examination can be scary and upsetting, but it also brings joy and rebirth. Healing deeper scars doesn't mean that the pain or harm never existed, but it will no longer control your actions. This tree is anchored and is absorbing the energy from the transmutation circle. You own the power of your own transformation, and you too can blossom with lush energy. The talisman power, use this card when you feel drained and in need of healing power. Meditate with this card by envisioning growing roots similar to a tree going deep into the ground, tapping into the vast energy that the world is made of. Imagine luminous veins growing on you, reaching every part of your body. Your heart and your mind are now shining brighter. The light radiates out of your body and out into space. Your affirmation is, I am healing. Good thoughts. Okay, let's get a significator card from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Our significator card for today is the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now the swords are the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and they represent thinking, intellect, and communication. The Eight of Swords is seen to be a person who appears to be bound and surrounded by the swords, but their bonds are very loose and their blindfold is slipping, and they probably have the ability to free themselves if they want to. Presenting in the reverse indicates to me that this may be an imminent event. This may be where you begin to free yourself from your bonds and from your troublesome thoughts. Mind-body healing is very important. And on the reverse of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Wands are the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Oh, and our full moon on the weekend is in Sagittarius. And wands are about inspiration, they're about creativity, and they're about growth. So, I have gotten out some cards that I got some time ago from Alana Fairchild. The artist is named Beth Wilson. And these are circles of healing. They are soul activation and radiant manifestation through sacred words, color, and mandala. Mandalas and chakras are concepts from Indian Ayurvedic healing processes. And so when we talk about these things, we are talking about energy centers. We have energy centers that run from the top of our head to the very tip end of the spine. At the tip end of the spine, we have the root chakra, and I have showed you this card before. The red flower of life, which stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on the physical plane, both in our bodies as well as the physical world. And the root chakra is associated with fire signs, like the wands. Now, I have presented to you about how, as we go from Chiron in Aries to Chiron in Taurus, we are going to be moving from the root chakra to the next one up, which is the sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. And also, I would say, to manifest healing. Now, Alana Fairchild's cards are designed so that when you read the inscriptions on them, you turn the card. And as you turn the card, the imagery of the mandala acts to draw your mind into the concept and also to express your attention by spiraling it out to the universe. And I selected this card for today because it says, luminous grace and spiritual love awaken and emanate through me in a delectable, divine offering of hope and healing for all beings. And I thought that that was a beautiful way to open up a series of readings to help with healing. Another one that I found that spoke to me was this one. In choosing embodied presence at this moment, I attain clarity, recognize my innate empowerment, and awaken my natural healing energies. Okay. I also pulled a card from Wendy Andrews' Goddess Love Oracle. And this card is Reflection, number 26, Healing Transformation. 26 reduces to 8, which is a number of abundance. Here is the text. The goddess brings you Corvid blessings. Her magical crows are here with their energy of transformation for you. If your life has been stagnant and you've been feeling stuck and uninspired, fear not. With goddess's crows to guide you, all is about to change. On their dark, iridescent wings, they can take you to places you have not ventured before. And from these places, you will gain a whole new perspective on your life. You will be able to see how to remove blockages and find new solutions to old problems that have troubled you for years. Crow Mother sees what's holding you back and longs to set you free. She cautions you, though, that change and transformation can be challenging and sometimes painful, but the rewards will make it all worthwhile. She will be here for you, and her crows will guide you. Take time to connect with her in deep reflection. You may be taken to some dark inner places where healing is needed. Her magical crows will teach you to be aware of subtle changes in energy. Let divine wisdom guide you to whatever form of healing you need. Her crows will lead the way, showing you a different way of seeing. Take off your blinkers and see the whole picture. Take off your blindfold. Let your creative, playful, inventive Corbin energy into your life. Crow Mother is here to give you your own iridescent wings to fly. The goddess-inspired daily practice here. Take yourself a little out of your comfort zone, venturing to wilder places or in wilder weather. Take your movement or meditation practices beyond your usual length or intensity, paying attention to different people and saying yes more often. Say yes to healing. And let's have a card from Jill Pyle's Sacred Self-Care Oracle. Abundance planning. Okay, so that fits right into that transition into the Chiron in Taurus and in paying attention to our material health. So keep that in mind as we are progressing here. Thank you for tuning in to Nana's Tarot and Oracles today. You make Nana's day. Nana loves you and hopes you leave a question or a comment below. Select the like button, subscribe, and select all notifications. I will see you again soon to talk more about healing and about chakras and about mind-body healing methods. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful Monday holiday tomorrow in peace and love.